I'm sure it isn't you. I'm sure it's everybody else. Story of my life. Y'all. They're eating dinner right now, so I gotta make this really quick. But I had to come back before the night was over, because she was having a moment today. Okay, I think I'm ovulating. I don't know. But, like, for real, I had to come back. Number one, don't pay attention to this. Just don't. Don't do it, okay? Number two, I really appreciate all of your comments. You guys are all amazing, and everybody was so positive and super supportive. And that's why I love y'all. And that's why I'm not afraid to share how I feel on days when I don't feel like the man of steel. Hold up. Let me tend to JoJo. Speaking of JoJo, we were in Walmart today, and this girl somehow got some glue off of a shelf. They always fighting about everything. She got some glue off of a shelf because we got to do a little school project tonight, making instruments out of like stuff that you get around the house or whatnot. And it's not Elmer's glue. She got like fabric glue or whatever. It looks like it comes in like one of those Elmer's glue bottles. She went to town and I guess she thought she was conditioning her hair, which is why you got to be careful what you say around your kids, because y'all know I use this Gots to Be glued in my hair. I'm like, oh girl, yes, I'm about to lay this glue. And girl, she went all around her edges with the glue. All around her edges with the glue. And I spent at least an hour conditioning her hair, washing her hair tonight. Her hands just look like prunes, okay? Prunes, or just a raisin. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, thank y'all so much today. And yeah, every day I'm at the Man of Steel, but a lot of times it doesn't make sense to you guys at the moment why I have these moments. I usually wait like a week later until it comes out in the vlogs as to why I wouldn't even call it a moment. I had an emotional reaction. That's what it was. An emotional reaction to, how do I share this with you guys? I'm very cautious about my kids. I'm back. I'm very cautious about, I say how I feel, but I don't tell y'all how my kids feel. And I think I am dealing with how my kids are feeling, but it's not bad. It's just a part of the process, okay? And that comes along with everything, but it's gonna make sense in a week, and then I can kind of go into it. But that was like really weighing on me. Mommy? I tell you, I can't have a conversation. So, yeah, that's why I guess today I really wasn't feeling like I was enough, because, I'm trying to give my children the best life that I can give to them, moving out, showing them that, mommy's strong and whatever. But sometimes, they have their own emotions too, which, like I say, I don't really feel comfortable with saying how they feel. I'm comfortable with saying how I feel, because that is however they feel. It's not my place to exploit their feelings. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You understand what I'm trying to say? So, somebody need me right now. Hold on, y'all. What was I talking about? Sorry, y'all. I'm in between them eating dinner, and I feel like I can't get this out in a proper amount of time. So anyway, because my phone had to delete some stuff. So yeah, I just feel like I wear many hats, and I was telling my mother this the other day. You never know how they have that book, What to Expect When Expecting? They should have a book called What to Expect When Going Through the Big D and you have children, and how to maneuver through that. They should really have a book about that. I'm sure there's one out there. I'm sure one of y'all gonna leave me a comment down below, and just how to maneuver wearing so many hats as the singular parent in the equation, especially if the other parent is far away. And I'm learning to be okay with the situation that I am in, and I'm really excited about, my move, and I'm having a great time just like decorating my place and just being fully responsible. It is a blessing, and I'm thankful for that. But again, I am not a man of steel, where certain things are still like kryptonite to me, and that comes to my children and their feelings or whatever. So I had a rough morning with that, and I'm probably a little exhausted from just the whole move or whatever, so I got a little weary. But I'm completely over how I felt this morning. Had really nothing to do with the other party, and I want you guys to know that. Not really had it didn't have anything to do with the other party, just things that come out of dealing with the other party separately, and it'll make sense. Okay, it'll make sense, but it's just all a part of the process. So I just, you know what, I just, hats off to everybody that really came at me with lots of love and patience, and knowing that sometimes all you need is just somebody just to say you're doing great, and you guys always do this for me, or you know what I'm saying. And that's why I can't say enough that I appreciate you guys, and why I feel comfortable enough on my platform sharing how I feel, because going through this process, I don't know anybody who was open with their process. Okay, I don't know anybody who, I've only seen people go through it, you know, on their own, and then years later, you know, they open up and talk about it. But I can say this: I wish I was more supportive, and I wish that if I had a friend who was going through this situation, and I've had a girlfriend go through this situation, I wish that I was more supportive of her. And not saying that I was a bad friend telling her you should do this, you should do this, but literally being more supportive, as saying, calling, saying, how are you? How are you doing? You know, because I feel like so many times we get caught up in our lives and everything's just all about us, that we forget to check up on our friends who are supposed to be our friends, or even family members. You just call to say, how are you doing today? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you when people are really going through? And that reminds me, because I could never understand. Do y'all remember the Real Housewives? Phaedra went through her situation, and Nene said, I called her every day. And then Phaedra questioned her relationship with Kandi, because Kandi was supposed to be like her real friend, but Kandi was going through something else herself. But I understand why. It's so weird that there's relativity with reality shows. I understand why Phaedra and Nene became friends, because Nene went through it, so she knew what it felt like, and she knew that this person needed somebody to call and say, hey, how are you today? So I want to thank y'all for being my, hey, how are you today friends. And I appreciate that. But I realize that as much as you guys give to me, I need to give back to someone else. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all and understanding where I'm coming from. Anyway, I've talked enough. I'm feeling a lot better. I prayed today, and my day really did turn around, but I prayed today. I pray a lot more. I really do. I pray a lot more lately, and that's a blessing. If anything, certain situations push you closer to God. So I pray. I just pray a lot more. So, yeah, I definitely pray a lot more that when I have these feelings and I feel like I can't fix it, or I'm having feelings, and I know I'm not the only one who has these feelings of not being, you know, enough to go around, you know, I really pray. And I remember I was like, when I was in the store today and JoJo did that to her hair, and I literally had to roll throughout the store, and people be looking at my child like, what happened to her? Because she put a whole thing of glue around her edges, and I wanted to just like shrivel up like a roly-poly and roll away. When I have those moments, I just be like, Lord, give me everything that I need right now to get through this situation. And that's what I did today, you know, and every day is not easy, but you get through it. And I got through today. And like I said earlier, even on days when I don't feel like I'm the man of steel, I still try and do the best that I can to get through that day without making it such a hindrance. But I do let things out. I don't think it's good to keep things in, but I let it out, and I just pray about it. And I prayed about it today, and I said, Lord, you know what? Help me through this moment, okay, and refocus my energy, because this is supposed to be a great moment in my life. And instead of focusing on something that I can't fix, I'm giving it to you. Because I've done things, I've tried to do things myself before and it didn't work out. So I've learned to, if I'm having a moment, I do cry out. And I do ask for help from God. And I move on and I move forward. But today is another day. Tomorrow is another day, and I'm going to keep pushing and moving forward and trying to get everything unpacked out of these boxes, y'all. It's been a week. Today, Thursday, makes a week that I've been in my place. And like I said, I'm thankful and I'm excited, and that's all I can be. But certain things really pop up to really be a joy killer, you know? But anyway, I love y'all. I really do. And I appreciate you guys all. Love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all. Gotta go put together some school projects. Love y'all.